On his last day landscaping a tech CEO's estate, a gardener overheard a conversation that shifted his entire worldview. The CEO was explaining to his own son that the future belonged to those who understood algorithms, not just hard labor. Curiosity piqued, the gardener asked, "Does math really decide who leads?" The CEO nodded gravely. "Numbers are the language of the universe. Master them, and you master your fate." That evening, the gardener walked into his living room and unplugged the video game console. He handed his son Marcus a stack of second-hand textbooks. "From now on, no games until you solve 3 pages of problems every night." He told him that if he sharpened his mind, he wouldn't have to break his back in the sun like his father. "You have a gift, son. Don't let it go to waste." The words stuck with Marcus, but the results didn't follow. He stared at the front of the classroom for hours, yet he remained at the bottom of the rankings. When the math teacher asked for the solution to a basic equation, Marcus remained silent, looking around in confusion. The class giggled. "Earth to Marcus," a bully whispered loudly. Marcus shrank into his seat, his face burning with shame. The mockery followed him to the playground. Frustrated and isolated, he got into a shoving match with a boy who called him slow. The principal called his father in. "Marcus is distant, unresponsive, and failing everything," the principal said, handing over a report card filled with red ink. "If this continues, he will be held back." On the walk home, his father's disappointment was heavy. "I'm giving you a chance to be someone. Don't throw it away." Marcus cried, promising to try harder, but he felt helpless. It wasn't that he didn't want to learn, it was that the world felt muffled. One night, his father noticed Marcus pressing his ear directly against the radio speaker just to hear the music. He realized the truth immediately. Marcus wasn't ignoring the teachers, he was partially deaf. Without hesitation, the gardener took on extra shifts, saving every penny until he could afford a high-quality hearing aid. When he finally fitted it into Marcus's ear, the boy's eyes went wide. The rustle of leaves, the ticking clock, and the scratch of chalk became crystal clear. Everything changed. Marcus began devouring books on physics and acoustics. He studied under the streetlights. He studied while eating breakfast. He became obsessed with how sound traveled. One afternoon in physics class, the teacher wrote a complex wave-frequency problem on the board. "Who can calculate the velocity based on this temperature?" The room was dead silent. Marcus raised his hand. "It's 343 meters per second. That is exactly right." Marcus didn't stop there. He explained the formula in such detail that the class was left speechless. The teacher handed him a textbook on advanced acoustics, opening a door to a new future. Years later, the boy who once couldn't hear the questions stood tall as he accepted a full scholarship to MIT to study acoustical engineering.